And a very good morning to you. It's a Friday and it's the morning boost with Chris and Dom from Transform 365. Good morning, Dom. How are you this fine day?
Good morning, sir. I am good. I'm good. Nearly 12,000 steps in and it's 8:50.
Fantastic, mate. Good effort.
Yeah.
Good effort. You managed to get Costa to open yet early for you or not?
I must have sponsored by More Than Fitness today.
Yes.
Sponsored.
Yeah. Big shout out to Grant and John. Thank you for these guys.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any stash they want to send us? All things are gratefully received.
You can always sponsor the show.
Yeah. It doesn't cost a lot. Oh, look, it's a hoodie. And not a lot to cost to get sponsored the show.
Yeah.
Cracking day yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was a good day yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, good morning, Stuart Kane. You got a new nickname, mate. Stuart the Pro Kane.
The Pro.
Yeah. So good morning, Stuart the Pro Kane. So yes. So yeah, very good day yesterday. Ready to kickstart today. So today's subject is something that so we had to go to Mastermind yesterday, and when we were back, we had to do our coaching session in the car, which was entertaining. And one of the subjects that was raised was we've got a new member in our TX crew, and she's flying, and she's doing really, really well. But the call we had was, I'm really worried. I'm doing really well, and everybody else, I'm getting great scores, and I'm worried that I'm going to start failing, and I'm thinking about it's going to go wrong, and creating a sort of fear of success. And she's even in the conversation in the car, she's like going, "Oh, I'm going to start sabotaging. How I'm going to start failing," and she's flying, and straight away she's talking about failing, and it just made me think, what a great subject for us to talk about, because we talked about it last night. I think it's a lot of things that people can benefit from.
Yeah.
So that is the subject of today: the fear of success and how to stop yourself from self-sabotaging. So
yeah, Rachel's doing well, and she's on a knife edge, really, because she's a fear of success, and by that meaning, the fear of success is she's anticipating how people will react to her success. Mm-hmm. She's also questioning herself as to why she's doing so well, and so therefore is she in the right place, kind of thing. The other side of the knife edge is by doing such a thing, then there's becomes then the fear of failure, starting to beat herself up. If she was to fail, essentially, if she was to bomb, and she's on that,
It's that danger of creating that self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. So guess what? You fail, and then when you fail, you go, "No, I knew I was going to fail."
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. So I think and when you think about this, not many people actually embrace success. Not many people actually visualize it. And go, "Oh, I'm going to be successful." It's almost when it happens, you go, "Oh, I was lucky." No, you weren't lucky. You work hard to do it.
Yeah.
And when you think about people who go after their hopes and desires, quite often you have this fear of success. Like, well, will it happen to me? Well, you've set yourself a plan and a goal to do it. So, and quite often you find people achieving like small fleeting successes. But the great things you always seem to just out of reach. And then you go, "Oh, I'm never going to be successful. I just get there and I don't get there." But nobody ever looks at why they don't get there. And I think that is what you were raising just before, and what we discussed, that knife edge of, you're doing really well. Are you going to get there? Or you go, "No, I'm not going to get there." And straight away, so you get negative self-talk, which we've done earlier in the week of that. And it's just worrying that it can happen. But it's so easy to fix.
it's interesting what you say there, because this is subjective. This is my opinion, but you say people don't celebrate success, and as a society, are we programmed? Everybody loves an underdog. Everybody loves the up and comer, and then as soon as somebody reaches success, we hammer them back down. Hammer them right back down. Now, if you are good enough to be strong-minded enough to reach success, you're either strong, and then you've got to be strong enough to stay there and not listen to the noise, or you're on. I don't know how to describe it, but because you're clearly strong, but or you are brought down some ways, but from somebody who's just starting out on and trying to better themselves, they don't celebrate success because they've been beaten down at any attempt to be successful. Trying to better yourself, often if you're in and around a toxic environment, as soon as you try and do better and you try and better yourself, people at your level, you're now a success, and people don't like it. People are beating you back down. And so the second you with our clients particularly, they're sort of putting themselves first. Now you're deciding to make a change. I'm going to go for this, and you've got no one around you then to either bring you down or put you up. So then it's like, I'm doing really well. I'm doing, this isn't quite right. Why am I doing so well? Well, because hey, we've coached you and we've told you what to do, and now you've listened and you've gone out, and it's not rocket science. You've done the right things at the right time. You've scheduled it, and you've been successful. And then therefore, then question, like you say, question what's going on. All of a sudden, you're on that fine edge to failure.
And I think anybody who's has this happen to them and is starting out, here's a quick simple tip that can help you. So and it's a great way of understanding if fear of success does sabotage you. So if you think of a goal that you wanted to achieve, if you then take sort of 20 and 30 minutes to answer the following question: what will happen if I succeed? You can write down everything you can think of, both good and bad consequences of achieving your goal. But what's really important is you take about 20 minutes to answer the question. Your early answers are likely to be superficial. There'll be, silly things. There'll be quick things to me. But after at least 20 minutes, you start putting down everything that comes to mind. But nothing's too silly. Nothing's too small. After 20 minutes, you're still writing good stuff. Then just keep going, because when you start doing that, then actually you're getting yourself in a position to, in your excitement, you'll quickly write down things you've always wanted to do. Or, if it's like earn more money, you want to buy. But then as soon as you sort of delve further into your feelings about achieving your goal, some of the not so positive consequences of your achievement appear. And then those consequences reveal the fear of happening if you really achieved your goal. And that's when you get to the nuggets of it. Because you got to remember, goals are never completely free of fear. And achievement always involves change. And all change involves some apprehension. You see, some people might not truly desire to be successful, but in those feelings of fear due to change that way, the positive feelings in your mind, your progress is going to be slow and challenging. And that's why working with people like Dom and I, we can help you through that process, because try doing it on your own, it's really lonely. And then when you're in an accountability group, you've got a group of like-minded people who are going to support you and drive you forward.
Yeah. It's like saying what we were saying last night. You've got to be, it's your journey. It's your journey, and you've got to focus on that journey. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Don't compare, because you're getting 12 out of 12 and or whatever, because you're getting 3 out of 3 on your priorities or doing whatever you do, because you're winning, because you're getting success at whatever you're doing. Don't start looking around, looking to see where other people are, because they don't have the same background as you. They don't have the same backstory. They don't have the same forward, story, trajectory. And so you're looking left, you're looking right, and people are you're gonna bring yourself down by comparing yourself to others. And as you rightly said, and the old cliche, comparison is the thief of all joy. these guys literally are robbing themselves of the success and of the joy that should come with celebrating them successes, because they're looking right when the guy and the lady next to you is not walked in your shoes.
Yeah.
Put the blinkers on, focus on yourself, focus on your journey, and stay true to yourself. Somebody will be doing better than you, and somebody will be doing worse than you, but they've got a different story. It's not their journey, it's yours. And something you just touched on there about being uncomfortable. I think you've got to, quickly get to grips that it's going to feel uncomfortable.
We lost your sound, mate. You got mute. Mute. You're on mute.
So you
there you go. Missed that, mate.
What I was saying was be comfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be uncomfortable. You're now going on your journey.
Yeah.
You've been put down, or you've put yourself down. So now you're getting success, and there's no one there to put you down. So it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be unnatural to you.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you said that about being uncomfortable. But the thing is, if you do that list of things, a quick way to eliminate your fear of success, if you can make yourself aware of those apprehensions, right, then you actually have an opportunity to tackle each of them and eliminate them, or at least minimize them, right, so you can make progress.
Yeah.
Because, as we say, looking directly at fears is very powerful. Fears that are not acknowledged tend to grow stronger, and fears that are examined tend to be minimalized. When you think what's the worst can happen, and you work through it, and then you go, and then you do the event, and that worst doesn't happen, all of a sudden your fear of fear starts to go away. You start to create that mental resilience, and it helps you take aggressive action towards the completion of your goal. Because ultimately, if you look closely at your fears, you'll see that the perceived side effects often seem scariest when pursuing goals. So before you give up your plan, you got to ask yourself, what would happen if you ultimately succeed? And then tackle those fears head on. And to be honest, if you start tackling your fears, then they start reducing, and then you start achieving what you need to do, because you stop self-sabotaging yourself. You stop listening to that inner critic who's always holding you back, because it's going to be scary. Yeah, it's going to be scary. Change scary, but it's fun.
It definitely is. It just takes a little while to appreciate that it's fun, and you can start going off on a tangent here, but fear then starts creating leverage. Leverage then starts to create motivation. And once you've got that fear in you and you've got that leverage, then there's no holding you back.
Yeah,
you're now going to strive for things that you didn't even think were possible in the past. So fear of it's tackling your fears is a great strength.
Yeah, it is, and you think about it, it's like most things, So self-sabotage, it's like a form of control, isn't it? Because when an outcome is uncertain, you can create certainty by failing intentionally.
Yeah.
You can ensure that you're not going to lose weight, because guess what? You'll eat that pizza, you'll eat that chocolate. You can deliberately self-sabotage your weight loss really easily, because you'll eat more. If you're going for a job, you don't want to. Guess what? You're late for the interview. Guaranteed way not to get a job. And all the subtle things that you can do just to ruin it, and then all of that thing is self-sabotage just allows you to take the outcome even though it might be negative, and that's a really thing. Once you acknowledge that you are self-sabotaging, you can stop it. Most people don't.
Well, I think Morty said this yesterday, or something along the similar lines of self-sabotage is really a behavior.
Yeah.
And if you think about that logically, then you can change your behavior.
Yeah, of course you can. That's it.
So if it's if self-sabotage is procrastination, is self-talk, negatively self-talking, is in our group it could be emotional eating, then for sure we know we can change all of them behaviors.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think when you think about it, it's like what he said. He says in his book, and self-sabotage. There's no self-sabotage isn't a real thing. You just do it to yourself. Yeah, that's so true. But people get used to it, and it's a good label, isn't it? I always self-sabotage. Well, look at the word self and sabotage. It's all your own fault. You do it.
Yeah.
Don't blame anybody else. All these things happen to me. Yeah, because you did it to yourself. So cool, brilliant. Well, that has been really interesting. Nice round up to the week, I think. So what's next week?
Your weekend, peoples. That's the message in here. Don't destroy your weekend.
Yes, it is Friday.
It is Friday.
And the weekend's coming, and make the most of that weekend. And just because it's Friday is not an excuse to self-sabotage yourself.
No. So. Have a great and set yourself up for the weekend and set yourself up for Monday. Yeah,
that's right. So, Dom, what's happening next week? Anything exciting?
For me personally?
You personally first, if you want.
I can't think. Me personally next week? No.
All right. What are we doing on Tuesday next week?
Tuesday, we got Lunchbox Live.
Yes.
I've forgotten who we've got on, I'll be honest. But who?
Was it More Than Fitness? Are they not till the end of the month?
More Than Fitness on the 11th of March.
Our sponsors.
Yeah, our sponsors will be on.
I have to make sure we've got the hoodies on for that session then.
PM. And then obviously we've got our daily boosts.
Yes, we have. That's good.
We got loads going on next week.
Yeah, busy week, always busy week. Fun week though, busy and fun week. So cool. Well, look, everybody, have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday morning, and we will see you then. And have a good one.
Adios.
Adios, everybody.